We're live right here. We've got the attorneys on board. Let me turn on the light. Like I said, black men need lights and black women need lights. If we're in the dark, we got to turn on the lights. A little humor, ladies and gentlemen. I happen to be doing a live show on video right now, and I was literally in the dark here in my space. I had to get some lights on so that you actually could see my face because I'm in my space. Do I sound like a rapper this morning, Mr. Madrid?
I'm sorry?
Do I sound like a rapper this morning?
No, not at all.
I got to turn the light on because I'm in my space and everybody see my face. You know, Alan K's here, so this is not a race. So let's just get it on.
Got it. Okay. You do sound like a rapper.
There we go. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to Link Up Radio. Welcome to Cruising with a Case Handler, the Immigration Link version. I'm here to speak with the attorneys and get them answering some questions. If you want to know what this show is about, I'm about to demonstrate what this show is all about in a matter of seconds. This is a show where you can get your immigration questions answered right now. The show is brought to you by one of the most powerful immigration law firms in the nation. They not only practice immigration, but the firm, Pollock, Icing and DeSico, PPID, was built on immigration. The firm, PPID, has been around for approximately 60 solid years. They are truly the most proficient law firm with some of the most proficient and competent attorneys. This is a firm that will not take your case unless they truly know that they can help you. This is a firm that will be 100% honest with you. This is a firm that will give you a 100% free, one-time initial free consultation over the phone, all right? This is a firm that you should absolutely, definitely 100% retain once you get that free consultation. This is a firm that will even go with you to the interview when it comes to your immigration situation. This is a firm that David Squeeze Anarchy, a proficient man in business and radio and broadcasting, 100% completely endorse. This is a firm that believes that the only immigration attorney that is truly going to be very aggressive, God forbid you were ever arrested and is seeking immigration benefits, David Squeeze Anarchy believed that the Maverick, Nelson Madrid, who happens to be on the show today, he's the one for you. God forbid you have ever been arrested and you're seeking immigration benefits. This is a firm that believes that if you ever have a situation with the Department of Homeland Security, that being immigration, maybe your filing fell off the line, maybe you can't get in touch with them. This is a firm that I believe that have one of the most proficient attorneys, I won't say the oldest, all right, that can actually reach out to immigration, reach out to the Department of Homeland Security, reach out to an executive or an officer in the immigration facility and say, hey, what's up with my client's case? And that man happens to be Alan E.K. This is a firm that I believe that everyone needs to have their number, and their number happens to be 844-774-3529. This is a firm that everyone needs to have, not just because of immigration, but because of personal injury, because of family law, business law, criminal defense, and much more. This is a firm that is here with me today. And I am David Squeeze Anarchy with two attorneys, Alan E.K. and Nelson Madrid. And now Conrad Pollock. This is a firm that everyone should have in their phone. I think I sound
Squeeze.
good. Yeah.
You do actually. You sound poetic and prophetic.
Thank you.
Just very quickly to those listeners and viewers watching us or tuning in right now, you know, a lot of people have called and have gotten the free phone consultation. Unless we're retained, we're not going to remember who you are. Okay, we meet with many other people on a daily basis. So if you called a month ago and you want to call back, I'm not going to remember who you are. You know, we have many clients presently. We have other clients who we meet with or new clients that we meet with on a daily basis. So, you know, if you want to call back and speak to an attorney a second time, you need to retain us. You know, otherwise, again, we're not going to, it would basically be another consultation. We're not going to remember who you are.
Well, let me just cut in there before even Conrad or Alan jumps in. All right. And I completely disagree with you, Nelson, and I don't disagree with you on many things. I believe that anyone and everyone, turn up your radios. If you're listening to this, you all know who I am. I have done immigration radio since 1996. You all know I don't put BS on the radio. You all know I put only the best. And if it's not the best, I take it off. Now, you're getting a 100% free consultation. Ladies and gentlemen, this firm is not for charity. They do have families. They do have to pay their staff. They do have to pay the people out there that's working on your case and associated with it, going to court for you, going to the immigration with you. So understand this. Getting immigration help, I don't believe it should be free because you need the best representing you. So there are millions of people out there seeking immigration help. So when a firm such as PPID say, hey, Squeeze, we normally don't give free consultation, but we're listening to you. We will extend a free consultation to your listeners, to your viewers. Come on, my people, work with me here. I'm working with you. Don't call them every other day or a month later and asking the question again, the same question again, over and over. What about those people who never got in there? And I'm being very serious. You call them, you get a one-time free consultation. After that, come on, ladies and gentlemen, retain them or don't, but don't waste their time. Okay, they're there for you. They're not there for charity. It is a for-profit because they went to law school. They're helping out a lot of people. They're attorneys that's there for you. Stop thinking and believing that everything in life should be free. Everything in life is not going to be freaking free. You are getting the best, in my opinion. Hire them. Let them go to work for you. Stop screwing around. It's your life. This is America. Okay, and we've got a president that wants to F you. So don't get screwed. And I'm being very profound right now, and stay out of this, attorneys. I'm being extremely profound right now. You're getting the best. So get your free consultation in. That was very nice of them. Now, hey, hire them or not. But come on, give others the opportunity and the chance to get their immigration questions answered. All right? You can't be calling every other week or every week saying, hey, I want it for free. Hey, I want it for that. And yes, we know it's COVID times. And yes, we know it's tough. Okay? But get your priorities together. You are in the United States of America. We already have challenges. And as a Black people, we already have enough challenges. So if you see my putting the attorneys in place to help you out, by all means, take the free information and wait until you can afford it or work something out with them. Come on. This is serious here. This is your status in the United States. And we've got an orange president that is not about you. If you're not white and blue-eyed, they're not about you. So here we are offering the best help I could find for you. Get the free consultation, but don't call them every day and every week and every month. Okay, hire them. That's what I'm saying. If you go elsewhere, that's fine. You're taking your chances, but I know that you're not taking a chance with PPID. There, I said it. Now back to our regular scheduled program. Attorneys, good morning. How are you?
Wait, quick question. Since the case handler is not here today, Squeeze, are you down with PPID?
Come on, you know me. Can't you tell? Conrad, wake up. How are you doing today, Conrad Pollock?
I'm okay. I'm just dealing with a few things. So I've got a client that's has a problem right now, so I've been dealing with it all morning. So my apologies. But as far as Nelson being forget, it's true. You know, half the time I walk in the store, he says, "What's your name again?" So,
yeah. So it's very important. But
it happens with Alan too. It happens with the general as well. There
goes the case handler. By the way, folks, if you're watching Facebook, you'll see what's right behind Nelson there. All right. You probably say, what is Squeeze ranting about over there? He knows I get off like this sometimes, get crazy. But you know what, gentlemen, let's just demonstrate. I promised the people before we get to Alan EK, who have updates, and you, Conrad and Nelson, let's just demonstrate and show the people why we're here. Here, I have an immigration question for you guys, a question rather for you guys. Someone here says, all right, I need some help regarding my filing. My mother, who was my petitioner, passed away in December 2018. However, I received an email from the National Visa Center, NVC, in January of this year to start processing my visa. Is it possible for the process to continue without the petitioner? If not, what are my other options, if any? Any of you attorneys want to jump on that one?
It is a problem since the petitioner passed away. One thing you want to look to do is to try to get another petitioner, whoever filed for you, a U.S. citizen, mother, father, see if somebody else will be ready to file for you. That's one problem. I mean, yeah, USCIS doesn't know that your mother passed away, so you have some time to try to find other options.
Where's the beneficiary?
It doesn't say here. Doesn't say here.
Yeah, we have to know where the beneficiary is with.
The beneficiary is
you
outside
might-
the United States, the approved petition is automatically revoked. As soon as they find out, that petition will be revoked. I mean, there are other circumstances that surround that, but if the applicant is outside the United States, that petition will be automatically revoked by law.
Yeah, they don't,
if
they don't know the petitioner's died yet, so you have some time to try to work on other options before you notify them the petitioner died. They don't know that yet.
There you
We need
go.
more
Right.
details. We need more
there
information.
might be a way to reinstate it, but as Conrad just said, we need more information.
Absolutely. I was just about to say, you know what, everyone that's out there, I know you ask your questions in the WhatsApp group, on Facebook and elsewhere, and texting me directly. But listen, the best consultation you can get is a private one off the air, privately and confidentially. I know I'm not discouraging you because I need the questions, but call this number now and set up a private consultation, phone consultation off the air. Okay, it's free. 844-774-3529. 844-774-3529. But the best thing that you can do after you get that free consultation, okay, phone consultation, is to hire them. As Raquel Stone says here on Facebook, period. All right? 844-774-3529. This is the immigration link with the cruising on the with the case handler. Let's get to another question here. Can I travel on advance parole? I-131 approved and re-entered the U.S. if the petitioner is LPR, GC, not a citizen?
The advanced parole has nothing to do with the petitioner's status. If he has advanced parole, he can travel on advanced parole. I don't know what the petitioner being an LPR has to do with this. I'd be curious to know how he got advanced parole, though.
Right. And LPR is legal permanent resident, right?
Correct.
Okay. Just want to throw that in there for those people out there who don't know what it is and it's your first time listening. And by the way, if you're just joining us on the radio, my name is David Squeezaniki, a broadcaster and entrepreneur here. And we've got a company that's been around for 60 solid years. And it's a firm called Pollock, Isaac, and DeSico. The attorneys here, Alan E.K., Nelson Madrid, Conrad Pollock, respectively, their nicknames, the Maestro in reverse, of course, the Maverick, and you have, of course, the General. And they're answering the immigration questions for free on air and off air, okay? But remember, you need to hire them. Let's get to a third question here before we talk more on immigration. The phone number, if you want that free immigration, you've got to call before 10 a.m. I'm saying it. 844-774-3529. And nothing lasts forever. So everyone that's listening, you're in your car, pull over, call them, set up your appointment for a free phone consultation. 844-774-3529. Easily remembered, 844-ppid-LAW. Question 3. I have a family member who was released on recognizance and is now married to a U.S. citizen. What should be their next step with application?
Well, again, I think, it's very difficult. You need a lot more facts. How did the person enter the United States? Also, released on your own recognizances. What was the charge? Released on your own recognizances doesn't necessarily mean the case is concluded. It could be that the case is still pending. Again, unfortunately, you can't give an answer when you don't have enough facts. Right. I mean, everything is in the detail. Again, give us a call, 844-774-3529, 844-774-3529. I got to be honest with you personally. I would simply prefer to call and get a private and confidential consultation and actually divulge all of this information on the air. You don't know who's listening. You don't want to necessarily, at least I wouldn't want to put my business out there, right? If I was arrested, I wouldn't want to call in a radio station and not know if Conrad were listening and be like, hey, you got arrested and you never told me.
Yeah, exactly.
So give us a call, 844-774-3529. Again, unfortunately, I need more information. How was that case disposed of? Is it your only arrest? Released on own recognizances doesn't mean the case is over. What are the charges? Do you have a copy of the criminal complaint? These are things immigration, if you are eligible, immigration can ask to see and can ask you to provide. So typically we like to look at this up front in the very beginning, and that will determine whether or not we tell you to proceed with your case.
Absolutely. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, you heard me ranting and raving. Come on, I know most of you out there in the community. And a lot of us, we sit around at our backside and we say, you know what? Let me just wait for this orange guy or whatever president is coming up to have amnesty. Hey, listen, I know for a fact that if Biden is in, we're in a much better situation. But listen, is it going to be a perfect situation? Immigration is never perfect. As the managing partner here says, immigration is a minefield. It is a minefield. You need the right firm to represent you. And if you're looking for freebies all the way, hey, that's not going to work. Not in this time with this president, or maybe even with the next one. You need to have a firm representing you. Yes, I have made it possible with these attorneys for you to get a free phone consultation, providing that you call before 10 a.m. But also, the most important thing that you can do for you, your spouse, your family, your kids, and being in the United States, achieving the American dream, just like I did, is to retain the firm. You don't have all the money? Set up a payment plan with them, all right? If you want to call me and me putting in a word for you, I will do it. These guys, they don't like breaking their fees because they're that good and they put in a lot of work. But I would like to think that David Squeeze Anarchy has got some power for you. So call them, set up a free phone consultation, and then, yes, say, Maverick, I got arrested. You know, it's a little charge that I had back then. What are my odds? Hey, Conrad, listen, I got a family-based situation here, man. I want to get married to my girlfriend. She's down in Jamaica. I don't know what to do. Should I go marry her? Should I bring her up here in a K visa? What should I do? Alan, you know what? Yeah, I found my case, back about 5 years ago. I haven't heard anything. What should I do? Can you help me? But ladies and gentlemen, come on, wake up. Dial the number, speak with them for free initially, and then hire them. What is the phone number for PPID? Call them before 10 o'clock. Get yourself a free phone consultation. Make an idiot out of me by saying, Squeeze, nobody answered the phone. Nobody got back to me. Come on. That's not going to happen. Not on my watch. Call the firm right now on immigration. It's 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Sorry, Conrad, I'm not getting you in much this morning, but I'm kind of in that zone right there. One more question.
Well, hold on 1 second, actually, before Conrad speaks, right? I'm going to play Conrad today, and we'll let Conrad be Nelson today. But before Conrad speaks, we've tried to stay away from the doom and gloom, but things with immigration have not gotten easier. Things with immigration have gotten harder, will only continue to get harder. And for those people who haven't done anything, again, fees are going up October 2nd. The I-944, just FYI, the Second Circuit recently stayed that injunction. So things will be more difficult, and the longer you wait, the more difficult the process will be. So, again, I've always said in life, there's people that are proactive and that are reactive. The people that are proactive, things tend to go better for them than the people that are reactive. Obviously prices change. Things become more expensive because they become more complicated. There's more time involved.
Gotcha.
So give us a call, because again, things are not. Nobody knows what's going to happen in November. That's a fact. But if our great president wins, good luck.
There you go.
Good luck.
And be careful how you're using the word "great" there, because one says
I'm being facetious. I'm trying to get Conrad started.
Yeah, let's get him riled up. Conrad, this is for you and Nelson. On Facebook, Ali says, I asked this question a couple of days ago, but Mr. Conrad and Mr. Nelson wanted to learn what immigration category I was under. I am unmarried, adult son of a U.S. citizen, F1. What happens in the process after the consulate interview for an immigration visa? What steps do the consulate need to complete? And is that where they typically put applicants on administrative processing, Conrad?
Right. Let me answer that question because Conrad's in the middle of something right now. An F1 is a priority. It's a preference category.
Right.
Because you're an adult son or daughter of a United States citizen, unfortunately, you're subject to the travel ban. So even though your visa is approved, your case is at a standstill until at least January of next year. Now, Conrad has said this in the past. You know, January of next year does not mean that effective January they're going to start processing these cases again. Again, the president has made clear that he wanted to stop family chain migration. So if Trump is reelected, there is a possibility you may not ever come, or your family member may not ever come into the United States, period. You know, the travel ban, the Muslim travel ban, for those who still remember, was supposed to be a temporary thing. Here we are 3.5 years later, and it's still in effect.
Yep.
Okay, so, you know, it's something to think about. For those who aren't registered, go register and vote. This is actually a very, very important election. There's a couple of Supreme Court justices that may be retiring. Obviously, I'm not sure we necessarily want this person to appoint another 2 justices to the court. Again, you know, getting back to this person's question, you know, you will be directly affected by, obviously, you know, a re-election of this person. You know, because if he stops family, quote unquote, chain migration, you're out because you're a preference category.
That is true. That is true. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Immigration Link, a part of Cruising with a Case Handler. All right. The show is about immigration today. Everybody that's on Facebook, everybody that's on 93.5 FM, do me a favor, please. The page that you're watching, whether it's David Squeezaniki, the Case Handler, or PPID, share it right now. I need for you to share it to 20 people. Okay. 20 people that you need to know, that need to know more about immigration. 20 people that need to have the best possible attorneys out there. I said it, okay, where immigration is concerned. 20 people that, of course, would like to get their situation sorted out. You just heard the voice of the maverick, Nelson Madrid, one of the most proficient, competent attorneys when it comes to immigration. Conrad Pollack is the managing partner, busy this morning. And we've got Alan E.K. I'm going to jump to him right now. Alan, sorry I didn't start off with you today, but I wanted to demonstrate to everybody listening to 93.5 FM that David Squeezaniki knows what he's doing. And more importantly, the attorneys, the immigration attorneys, know what they're doing for our people. And also give everyone the opportunity, Alan, to get a free consultation, providing that they call before 10 a.m., okay? A free phone consultation off the air, and then they can retain. The number to call for that free phone consultation at PPID for your immigration consultation, once again, being redundant, is 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. 844-PPIDLAW. Let's jump to Alan E.K., the man with the depth, the man with the reach, that long arm that can reach into the Department of Homeland Security and get questions answered. He's at PPID. Let's reach out to him right now. Alan E.K., the floor, the forum is all yours. Thanks to Nelson for being, punching like Rocky himself today.
You got me.
Right?
Listen. You got me amped. You came with energy, and I'm feeding off of your energy.
It must be that BioLife I'm taking, man. Anyway, Alan, how you doing?
I'm good. I've got a lot of information. Okay,
let's get to that.
First of all, a few announcements. If you're a U.S. citizen, register to vote. Request your absentee ballot today. Do it right away. Are you a permanent resident? If you're a permanent resident, are you looking to apply for U.S. naturalization? The naturalization fees, filing fees are going up 83%. They're going up from $640 filing fee to $1,170 filing fee starting October 2. So if you're a permanent resident, you want to file for naturalization, do it now. Get the application filed before October 2. Give us a call. We'll help you do that. Okay. Now, furloughs. That was one of my favorite topics. Immigration had announced they were going to furlough 13,000 employees starting at the end of August. Well, then they decided not to do the furlough, but now they've got something else that's bad. They're going to be furloughing 800 private contractors who work at the National Benefits Center in Missouri. So now expect more slowdowns. Things are going to be very bad because the NBC, National Benefits Center, does a lot of work in processing immigration cases. Public charge. Nelson mentioned the I-944. There was an injunction against the public charge for New York, Connecticut, and Maine. That's gone. Public charge is back in effect. What happens now? If you file new applications, you're going to have to file the 944. People who already filed, we're not sure what immigration is going to do. Will they then request the 944 in a request for evidence, RFE? Now,
Alan, I have a question about that. Sorry to interrupt you. The I-944, yes, the injunctions have been lifted, so it's now the regulation is effective nationwide. But from last time I checked yesterday, it wasn't on the CIS website. There are no instructions on whether to submit it or how or when. There's nothing there.
Everybody's talking about that, but we don't know what happens now. It's not on their website, but it is in effect. So how immigration is going to play with this, and just the fact that it's not on their website doesn't necessarily mean that they can't send you an RFE saying, yes, you filed for adjustment of status, but we want their 944 now. So it's
hold that thought for a second, Alan. This is,
Yep.
Keep in mind DACA, Conrad. The Supreme Court just issued a favorable decision on DACA, but immigration isn't necessarily taking DACA applications. So no one really knows how immigration is going to go about handling this or what they're going to actually do. So it's important to put that out there, because if you do this on your own, at some point you're going to hit this wall.
Now, remember on public charge that we've been talking about, there's an injunction in effect against the Department of State. So they cannot be requiring public charge information. There's an injunction against them on health insurance. So the Department of State, American consuls cannot be requiring information on health insurance. So those two things are enjoined right now as far as American consuls are concerned. Now, something that Nelson is very much interested in, the New York immigration courts are closed for non-detained hearings through October 2nd. So if you have a removal proceeding scheduled, it's not going to be on until October 2nd and maybe beyond that. Any comment on that, Nelson, about people who have removal proceedings that are?
Well, they're also, and again, it's something we haven't really mentioned, but there are proposed changes to both the immigration courts as well as the Board of Immigration Appeals, who handle the appeals from the immigration courts. But these are proposed changes. It's many different changes, and it's something I'll talk about maybe on another show.
Okay. Next, airport health screenings have stopped. So they were screening people coming in at the airport to see if they were healthy or not. Those health screenings are not on anymore. Big one, fee increases. New rule goes into effect October 2nd on fee increase.
I'm sorry, Alan, let me just stop you for a second. You mentioned
Sure.
Health screenings have stopped at the airports, but yet the travel ban is still in effect.
That's correct.
The purpose of the travel ban allegedly is to prevent people with COVID from entering the United States. But yet people entering the United States on planes are not being checked. That doesn't seem to make sense.
Of course it does. Of course it does. When you're this administration, it makes all perfect sense, right? Because we're too blind to not realize what's happening, right? We're not smart enough to know what's going on, Conrad.
So it's correct. They are not checking for health screenings any longer. They were, but they're not now. That has ended. But still, all the other regulations.
Some our great president, man.
Yeah, all the other regulations are still in effect. Let's talk about.
I guess what that means is the travel ban, the countries that the travel ban affects, those are the only people that are infected. All the other people that aren't banned, obviously they're not infected since we're not even checking them when they arrive.
I thought you were a lot smarter than that, Conrad. Of course, that's what it means. We're all being cynical here, folks.
Let's talk about fee increases. The new fees are supposed to go into effect October 2nd. One big fee, which we mentioned, is the fee for naturalization is going up 83% from $640 now to $1,170 after October 2. So if you want to save a good deal of money, file for naturalization, but you've got to get it in before October 2. Now, there is a lawsuit pending on these fees, but this lawsuit is pending with respect to family-based fees. So, and there's a hearing on this lawsuit against them raising their fees for family people, September 25th. There's a lawsuit. So by next week or the week after, we can try to tell you what happened with the lawsuit. Now,
Absolutely. Before you go on, Alan, let me just, we got 1 minute before the top of the hour. So let me punch and pump the number. Once again, folks, if you're just joining us, this is one of the most powerful show on radio when it comes to immigration. And these attorneys are giving you free answers to your immigration questions each and every single weekday morning at 9:30 a.m. on 93.5 WVIP FM New York time. And also on Facebook pages, my page, David Squeezaniki, the firm's page, Pollock, Isaac, and DeSico, that's PPID, and the case handler page. So make sure you reach out to us. You can call them now, get yourself a free phone consultation, call the firm. Yes, you will speak with an attorney for free on the phone. And then after that, you're getting one free phone consultation. After that, you'll hire them. Their number happens to be 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. We will continue after the top of the hour for a few minutes answering some more immigration questions and getting some more information. I am David Squeezaniki. Priors do not guarantee similar outcome, but stay and go with PPID. Stay with us.
It's 10 o'clock.
All right. You can continue now, Alan.
okay, now I wanted to talk about fees. We mentioned that they're raising their filing fees. One significant raise in filing fees is that previously, when you filed for adjustment of status to change from temporary to permanent, there was this one fee which would include working permits, travel permits, all bundled into the one filing fee. Now they've broken that out. So if you're going to be filing to change from temporary to permanent, there's going to be a separate fee for the working permit. That'll be $550. If you want a travel permit, there'll be a separate fee for that, $590. So therefore, when you're filing for adjustment of status, and if you want a working permit, and if you want a travel permit, it's going to go up to 2270, a big increase. Another reason why, if you can, try to get your applications in before October 2. Give us a call. We'll be happy to help you do that. Okay, now, so big, N400 naturalization going up from 640 to 1170. All right, New York CIS, by mid-October, they expect to have rescheduled all the cases that were postponed. So hopefully you will hear something by mid-October about rescheduling a case that you had, but that was descheduled. And if you have a problem with that, give us a call if you don't hear from them by mid-October. Telephone appearances are okay now. So theoretically, you can go in for your interview with immigration and you can say, my lawyer is not going to be here. He'll be on the phone. And telephone appearances are okay. So your lawyer can be on the phone. You can be in there in person, but you have to request them to do it. And you have to give them a notice of appearance for your attorney and the attorney's phone number. And they're supposed to agree and call the attorney. If they don't, then you ask for a supervisor because they're supposed to be doing this. So by mid-October, hopefully your cases will be rescheduled. And again, if you go to the interview and your attorney can't go, doesn't want to go, but they are supposed to call the attorney and let the attorney participate in the interview on the telephone.
That's great, Alan. It's good to know that. So once again, folks, that's the reason why I got to check out Alan EK here at least once a week or so. Okay. All right. When he's not going through his, whatever incidents, that you may call him. All right. Man is a very adventurous man. But I want to squeeze, a couple more questions here, gentlemen, if you don't mind. You are my attorneys and, the people's attorney when it comes to immigration and more. So I don't want them to get upset if their questions don't get it. So let's, Alan, for a few here, just to come back to some questions, if you don't mind. This one they asked a while back. My aunt applied for us in 2010 and it got approved in 2014. Currently, my age is 25 in documents. But as there is a rule that you can minus the time between approved and applied, so in my case, it is 4 years that I can minus. So it makes my current age 21, but it will still take at least a few years for an interview call. So I will be over 21. Will I get the visa? Is
No.
there,
She's
and
out.
I'm convoluted, it sounds convoluted to me, but you guys know what you're talking about.
She's out. She has to be 21 on the date of the interview under 21 rather, on the date of the interview. She's already 21 under the CSPA, she's out.
Also, just to add, your aunt didn't petition for you, your aunt petitioned for your mother or your father, and you fall under your mother or your father. An aunt or an uncle or a grandparent cannot petition for a niece, a nephew, or a grandchild unless you've been adopted. So I just want to clarify that.
Yeah, this is an F4 petition, a sibling petition, which takes a long time, 10 to 15 to 20 years, depending on where they're from. But the accompanying child, which she is, has to be under 21 on the date of the interview. And if she's already 21, according to the CSPA, she's out.
There you have it. And once again, folks, the number for the immigration attorneys, call, get that free phone consultation, then hire them. The number is 844-774-3529. Let's get another immigration question in. Everyone on Facebook, today has been magnificent. The numbers are through the roof. Keep sharing, just keep sharing, keep sharing. Here's another question for the immigration attorneys at PPID. Hi, I hope everything is doing well. I have a question in regards to the principal's spouse. What if she's listed on the CEAC website by her maiden name, even though they are married? What should we do? Another one for you guys, because I don't understand.
Conrad?
I don't understand.
You've been quiet. You've been quiet today.
Say it again. Give me the question again.
I hope every one of you is doing well. I have a question in regards to the sprint. I have a question in regards to the principal's spouse. What if she's listed on the CEAC website by her maiden name, even though they are married? What should we do?
It's irrelevant. First of all, CEAC, that she's talking about the NVC. They're talking about the fee bills or the packet 3. So they're at the end of their case. The fact that the spouse is listed by her maiden name as opposed to her married name is irrelevant. I'm sure if they haven't already submitted a marriage certificate, they will. The marriage certificate will show both names. It will not be an issue.
Okay. Final question here in the chat. Hey, you guys, what are you supposed to do when the embassy is still closed and your fiancé K1 visa case expired?
That's a great question.
K1 visa can be extended at the embassy. And I think there's something new came out on that because of COVID. So I think that, should be in touch with the embassy as far as extending the K1 visa validity. So you can still use the K1. So somebody has to be in touch with the embassy and ask them to extend the K1 petition. Hopefully you will not have to file a new one.
And if the consulate is closed, we don't know where this person is or when it was approved or what the circumstances are, why they didn't come when they got the K1 in the first place, for instance. There's a lot of details that we don't know. But if they have no other options, they could get on a plane with that K1 and deal with it when they arrive here and explain their story to CBP when they arrive. That is an option too if the consulate
can get on a plane with the expired K1?
They can certainly try. Look, if they've got no other options, all right, if the consulate is closed and so they've got nobody to talk to and they have this approved K1 that, and also they didn't say exactly, we need more facts.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, the good thing is that CBP, Customs and Border Protection, at JFK and Newark are pretty good, pretty nice, pretty helpful.
Well, let's not get carried away, Alan.
I was about to say, what? What?
The question here will be if she has an expired visa, whether or not the airline would allow her to board. That's the question here. But again, if the consulate is closed, they've got a problem. Maybe they go to a neighboring country. I don't know where they are. We don't have any details here.
Gotcha. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is or has been Cruising with a Case Handler. Today's show was all about immigration. My proficient, competent attorneys, Alan E.K., Nelson Madrid, Conrad Pollock, respectively, the nicknames that we've given them, the Maestro in reverse, of course, the Maverick and the General, and they've done a magnificent job in speaking on your immigration questions. Gentlemen, anything you'd like to say before we top off the show right here and have them call you at 844-774-3529?
I'd like to thank all the listeners and viewers for tuning in. And again, give us a call. I think, again, personally, I prefer to speak with an attorney and share whatever personal and private details are needed in order to determine what, if anything, I'm eligible for. And I think it's a lot more private and personal than just posting your question. As you can see, many of these questions, we need more facts. Our answers are fact driven. So, give us a call, 844-774-3529.
Okay. And Conrad, anything you would like to say this morning? You have been awfully quiet, not even anything on the Orange Man, which
Conrad actually signed off. Conrad is a little busy this morning. Typically that means that there is something pretty important going on with a client, and he is taking care of that. But again, I'm sure Conrad would say definitely feel free to reach out to us and give us a call.
Absolutely. Alan, thank you.
One more announcement. Previously, if you had a problem with New York CIS, you could send them an email. You could try to get them on the phone. That's out the window now. They're not going to take emails. They're not going to take phone calls. You have to go through something called the contact center if you have a problem with New York immigration. And some people have problems calling the contact center and getting a call back, but no more. You will not be able to call New York immigration unless it's really an emergency. They're not going to answer emails. They're not going to take phone calls.
Yeah, there you have it. Thank you so much, Alan EK, the general at PPID. Thank you so much, Nelson Madrid, the Maverick. It's been a great show. You knocked those questions out of the park like Babe Ruth. Can't beat a man who never gives up. And that's what we're all about. Once again, priorities us that guarantee a similar outcome. And yes, this has been an attorney advertisement brought to you by the law firm Pollock, Isaac, and Nasico. I am David Squeezaniki. Please tune in again each and every single weekday, 9:30 a.m. New York time, right here on Facebook and also on 93.5 WVIP FM. As a broadcaster, I say have yourself an amazing day on behalf of myself and the attorneys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And do remember, sharing is caring. Bye-bye.